Namaskar. Welcome to Global Awareness News TV, and just welcome for the GGN talk. You know how just we are doing just global governance news focus for the governance and the political news in India and globally. Today in our the GGN talk, we welcome Dr. Mani Kumar Sharma, Cabinet Minister of Government of Sikkim and holding portfolios of the Health Ministers, Social Justice and Empowerment, Tribal Affairs, Women and Child Development, Ayush and Minority Affairs. Six departments, one ministers, man with missions, doctors, turned politicians. Welcome, Dr. Manikumar Sharma, in our talk show of GGN Talk of Global Governance News TV. Just we just wanted to
Thank you.
know from you how just you why you just came. The already you are doing the service for the humanity with your profession medical. Just came in the politics. What's the reason behind it? What inspired you to come in politics?
Basically, by virtue of my profession, I have been doing a lot of social work and engaged in a lot of, you know, uh, social work type of things, and was in contact with all poor people, downtrodden people. And personally, I belong to a very remote village in Sikkim, and where the all the infrastructure, the kind of basic infrastructure that is required for growth and development, these are lacking. And especially, and being just a professional, you can help people in within your limitations. But if you can use a greater platform, so you can really turn the life of these people a better one through various activities and you have a lot of the limitation is not there. So that's why I wanted to do something for these kind of people with a good platform, on a good platform where I can perform, where I can make a difference in their life. So that is why I thought, okay, I have been doing this profession. I was continuing this profession, but I thought, okay, fine, this profession is there with me. It will remain with me. But apart from that, I wanted to embark on politics, okay, and at least be in a government where I can formulate the policy, where at least, whatever is there deep inside me for these people, the vision that really, inspired me. And that is my source of, inspiration.
Okay, so you got it from the source of information, inspiration. Sorry, just from the
Mm.
society, just to do better for them.
Yeah.
What you already had been doing. Now
Mm.
at this stage, now you are the honorable minister of government of Sikkim under the leadership of Mr. Prem Singh Tamang, alias Goliji, known as the he was a teacher. You are also down to earth. Just you all people is down to earth and already doing that for society. So how do you the rating the achievements of the your government of Sikkim last 2.5 years?
Uh, Especially, the government, whenever we took up under the leadership of our honorable chief minister, very popular leader, a very down to earth person with a vision to do better for the Sikkimese society at large. You know, we are trying our level best to perform, and the best part of this government is our leader has put forward health and education as the topmost priority among all departments. So we are really trying to perform well in these sectors, because to establish certain kind of system to give better services to people, definitely it is you know a question of time. You require a good time to perform in all aspects. But even with the advent of this pandemic of corona, we could perform very well. We have really touched the life of the Sikkimese people at large, and we have been able to establish good institutions of the repute of Sikkim University, NIT, Center of Excellence, these kind of things. So, and we have been able to expedite the process of our own medical colleges in the state, and the again the constant upgradation of the different established hospitals in the state, including the Apex Hospital, STNM hospitals. So we are really doing, and now people can feel the difference, even though it is a very short time, but we have performed well, and really under the leadership of our chief minister, we are doing very well.
So just how just you define the already progress and achievements of the Sikkim government now that we can say the PS Tamang government and also here the cabinet minister in this government. So how do you feel the how does the governance for the people, governance for the society? Are you happy with the governance in the government?
Yes, certainly. See, governance is meant to make a difference in the life of the downtrodden people. That is the whole goal. Ultimately, how you govern, what policy you make, how you implement, all things ultimately comes to one single point: how much difference you have made to the life of a common man here in different sectors. So, as far as health is concerned, I can tell you innumerable examples where we have done very well in a very short time. You know, there were many district hospitals which didn't even have blood banks. So we have established blood bank, which is a very, very basic thing, and there were no ICUs. You'll be very surprised to know. Many district hospitals didn't have ICUs. We established intensive care units there. And we, established all these facilities which were not there, like the cancer cares, the hospital was not operational, radiation therapy was not functional. So we established all that, even though our we are having this constraint of manpower in terms of physicists and all that. We don't have local people who have you know been qualified in this job, but still we have really been able to get people from elsewhere to perform for us. So, and we have been able to provide services to the people. We didn't have a single viral laboratory in the state during this pandemic, during the time of hardship, during this toughest time of lockdown. We did that. We established those things, and we upgraded our hospital. We upgraded our ICU system. We upgraded, installed so many ventilators. We installed oxygen plant on our own, and through PM Cares, okay, with the blessings of the Honorable Prime Minister, we could establish oxygen plant in every district hospital as well, including the STNM hospital. So we have been, trying very hard to do these things, and we have been able to really establish the super specialty care in the state, and we have been able to provide super specialized care to the district hospitals. So this way, we have been able to upgrade our system, and not only that, we have also tried to improve our primary healthcare system. Our primary healthcare system was,
Okay,
very deficient.
okay,
So that way, and in terms of education also, we have done very well. We have established institutions. We are doing, and in agriculture also, we have provided incentives. In terms of products, like if somebody produces milk, milk in the market, if he sells 1 liter of milk, he gets the price of the milk himself, and at the same time, government puts in 8 rupees per liter in his pocket. So this way, we have been able to augment the production of the milk. And likewise, all the crops like, oranges, cardamom, this haldi, and all these products, ginger. So in these products also, we have incentivized so that, they could really come up with agriculture as well. Like this, we have been, continuously performing. So I can say that, considering the time constraint, considering the kind of circumstances that we are in this pandemic, in the midst of pandemic, we have done very well.
So just you're talking about the pandemic. How just you control the pandemic in Sikkim? I think Sikkim is the most top five states who have handled the pandemic very in systematic and disciplined manners. How just you handle this?
Uh, Sir, to talk about pandemic, to begin with, we were the first state in the uh, country to really seal off our international borders. We have borders with China, we have borders with Nepal, we have borders with Bhutan. All these were sealed off. So this was the first thing we did. So in the initial first phase of this pandemic, for the initial 4 to 5 months, we didn't have a single case. And uh, as gradually we had to open up, our people also who were staying outside, stranded outside, they came back. And this pandemic also got into our state, but we could by and large control it very efficiently through the efforts of our this our motivated healthcare workers, frontline workers, who are really motivated, oriented one. And we also put in lot of efforts to really motivate them, to really usher in energy within them, to usher confidence in them. So this way we have been able to do it. And most importantly, our people, they really showed the kind of grit, the determination, the discipline, and to really follow the COVID appropriate behavior. That really really put us in the front foot. And subsequently, with the availability of the vaccines, we were doing tremendous job in terms of vaccination. You can see in the country now we are in the first position. So so we are really achievers in this regard. So this is all a combined effort. It's the effort of every people in the state. It is the effort of the healthcare workers, the frontline workers, it is the leadership. All these put together make our effort successful.
Dr. Sharma, just I'll check the break. After break, please be with us, and after break we'll come to you again, and then we'll talk to you later whatever you have done for the society and for the state.
Look, thank you.
Welcome back, Dr. Sharma. You're talking about the how just you control the pandemic, how you're doing the best for the society. So, do you think that this government, just the PS Tamang government, how Tamang government is better than the past Chamling government? They have just they have just ruled. I think serve or ruled their difference. So, Chamling government ruled the state more than 20 years, and now I think, as you stated before, you are trying to serve the country, serve the state. So first, as I think, how do you analyze how your government is better than the past government?
No, there are few parameters on which you can compare, but in all the parameters you cannot compare, because it's a long stretch of time that they've ruled. They've ruled for 25 years. So if you really talk about that cumulative things, within the very short span of time, this cannot be compared as such. But I can tell you a few very specific, significant points. Like, we have worked on quality. We have worked on the establishment of institution that is a sustainable one. This will really achieve our goal of sustainable goals, sustainable development goals. Because if you establish good institution in the state, your education will go forward. If you establish good medical institutes, medical colleges, your really healthcare system will go forward, because you need to provide manpower. You need to really do think in this manner. And of course, this uplifting of the whole system, it requires a time, a certain period of time. But even in the short span of time, as I mentioned earlier, no, see, we could achieve so much. So if you really look from this point of view, then we are really far better than them. I can tell you this
Okay.
much, because
So
we
far,
have the right
and
vision.
within 2.5 years, you are trying to compete the 25 years government. This is a very big challenge, just a big
Yeah.
claim by you, as you are just stating before us, as you are
Mm.
claiming. So So how just you have the 6 departments. So
Mm.
which department you have served the best one, and how just your performance in all the departments of the 2.5 years of the your governance?
No, it's holistic, it's about, the presently we are really, faced really with the issues, health issues and all, okay, because of the pandemic. So we certainly needed to perform. We did it, and you can see very well that with the data and present data, you can see that we have done very well. And likewise, in social sector also, we have done tremendously well. The uh, earlier, I can tell you that the earlier government, the pensions of the widows, they had this, what you call, uh, they have put a what you call uh, age limit kind of thing. A widow will get a widow pension only after 40 years of age. So which is very impractical, because a widow can be a widow at the age of 25 years also. So she has to wait for up to 40 years of age to get a widow pension. It was very, very, pathetic condition. We improved that. We really, did away with that is bar kind of thing, because that was really, needed. And as far as the pensions, different pensions, the disability pensions, all we have raised after our government came into power, with the sympathetic attitude of the honorable chief minister. He really raise the all the pensions, the widow pension, the old age pensions for different age categories, and likewise. And one thing I can tell you that which stands out of all these is, we have adopted one of the schools which was run by one of the NGOs. It's a school for the disabled people, disabled children. There are many children here with multiple disabilities who require multiple support. Not only economic support, it's a medical support. It's about the rehabilitation. It's about the society support, and it's all. So with this, the kind of management, with the limited resources of NGOs, it was really in a pathetic state. So we felt that no, government should adopt this. Government should really bring this under the ambit of the department, so that they get good services, so that they need not worry about their the welfare. They didn't worry about their economics. They didn't worry about their health care. So because it's a multi-departmental job. So
Okay.
we did that, and these children are getting good services. Their well-wishers are, really praising us, and they are really, grateful to us. So we have done that, and as far as other things are concerned, other departments also, we have been trying to, be uh, supportive to the downtrodden people. We are really thinking about those people who are in the last line. We're trying to bring them up. This is our goal. This is our sincerity. It's our commitment.
So service to the last people of the country for the society, that is your goal. So, but
Yeah.
in this goal, just we will just talk the local to global. But before that, how do you think and analyze the role of NGO in nowadays in our society? How they are doing the good, better, or best? One,
Now,
are you
see,
satisfied with the work of
NGOs,
the NGO? Yeah.
see, in the present scenario also, in this pandemic also, they've done tremendously well. They have done the gap filling part, because the
Okay.
departments, the governments have been doing it. But to motivate people, it's a people's movement. It has to, because people needed to actively participate, to control this pandemic also. So that's why,
Okay.
to motivate people, to bring people to this, this kind of awareness program, to make people aware, and to really motivate people to adopt this COVID appropriate behavior. NGOs done a tremendous job, and in the process of vaccination also, they have done very well. So these NGOs are always required, and in these trying times, they have
Mm.
really done tremendous job. They have done the job of gap filling and strengthening our system.
So nice.
So they
Great.
have, in fact,
Great.
strengthened our system.
So just as you discussed earlier with you, or just you have your vision as just a very good vision for the state and for the country. Sikkim should be the world map for the all integrated development. Your now and your thinking also. How just you analyze the vision now at present? How you'll go for just for the global map? Something inputs from your side.
No, we will, since we have a very big potential for organic market, we'll be walking along that line, and that will be a global line, from local to
Okay.
global. We can really step in very fast because yes, we have this organic culture, and with this, okay, if we support this whole movement, we can be really global. We can be global with regard to tourism because we have this nature's blessing with us. We need to improve our infrastructure. We need to really market ourselves to be really global. So these two aspects I can really feel that we can achieve very shortly. So we will be working along this line. We,
Okay.
I can tell you one thing. As soon as our government came to power, our honorable chief minister announced about one important issue, like there were many private personals, there are many industry people who used to come offbeat and do some production work and then go away, without being involved with the government and on their own. So now to popularize our this Sikkim, okay, to popularize our nature, to popularize our tourism, to popularize our mountain, to popularize our trekking, to popularize our everything that we have, the nature's blessing. We now have contemplated, to really support those filmmakers, okay, those who want to make film in Sikkim, with at least 75% of shooting in Sikkim, and
Yeah.
really employ our own local people, okay, in the cast
Okay.
or support
Going
cast.
to be held in
We'll be
December,
providing them.
10 to
Uh,
15, 14
no, no, no,
December.
no, no. The government is going to provide incentive to them, even to the
Great.
tune of 1 crore
That's
rupees.
great.
1 crore rupees. We have
Okay.
announced that because
Great.
this way we can develop this culture. So people will come in, good people will come in, okay. So that
Okay. Okay.
the ultimately our goal is to get money for the development of the state.
So
So this is
nice.
how we are
So,
going to
okay.
embark upon this the
Yeah.
global market.
And just last not the least, and just how the SKM, Sikkim Krantikari Morcha, is differ than and the unique than the SDF, Sikkim Democratic Front.
See, I think the distinct point of difference is we have inclusive politics. We do not have exclusive
Mm,
politics.
mm.
We do not see people with prejudice. We simply look at them as just Sikkimese people who need service, who are in need. We only look at them with a sympathetic eye and inclusive program we have been doing because our government is just 2.5 years old. And anywhere in the world, if you see there is some transition of the government, even in India
Yeah,
also many
you're
states
right.
you will see,
You're
if
right.
there is some sudden transition, okay, of system administration and everything, there is some kind of tussle, there is some kind of friction going on, some kind of this violence going on, but you could not see it in Sikkim. It's simply because of our different way of looking at it. We really love
Okay.
our people. Maybe that some people might not have supported us. Some people at that point of time may have thought differently, may have differed from our ideas. But now we can see that thousands of people are joining our party, thinking, liking our policy, liking our philosophy, liking our principle, liking the way we are ruling the state. So this way, I can see
So
that
nice. So
we are
nice.
different from our predecessors.
Just the last question. Dr. Mani Kumar Sharma, as a human being, one, as in politician, two, as a social worker, 3, and as a minister of the Sikkim government, how do you analyze yourself about your versatile personality for the
So
service of the
no, no,
state
no,
and nation?
no. I told you in the beginning only. My basic motivation is the social service. My basic motivation is to serve the downtrodden people of Sikkim. So with this motivation inside, my soul is there. Now you can see I am sitting here as a minister. That's it. But when I go to the village, I am a server. I am a social servant. That I am doing it. So this does not change my position. This does not change my principle. It does not change my outlook. It is just a
Great.
different position that I may be acquiring, a different point of time. But it is the same person, that same person who is concerned about Sikkim, who is the same person concerned about the Sikkimese well-being, who is concerned about the Sikkimese, growth, development. So this way I look at it very simply. It is just one and simple one way of looking at things.
Okay. So suggest your further dedicated for service. Who is the best politician in India and who is the best leader in the world?
So if you really talk about the present context,
Yeah.
the presently with the crisis of pandemic, and even as such also, you know, somebody who has lifted the face of India, who have made our India proud, and really made us, all Indians, feel that yes, we are also trying to become a world guru. So this in this, the global map, I think this kind of tremendous achievement, and with the kind of respect that he really commands from the international community, I feel that our present Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, is definitely the best leader presently.
In India and world also.
Certainly, because he really changed the way the world looks to Indians, looks at Indians. That is the biggest thing. He is doing a lot of job in India. Definitely, he's trying his level best with so much constraints, with so much difficulties. You know, in these trying times, he's trying to work very hard with the all these states, as we can see during the pandemic also. He has been so supportive to everyone, to every state. The way he is working is unbelievable. And if
Okay.
apart out of the country also, if you talk, the way he commands, and in the past, I cannot remember any incidents where, a prime minister of India has, really made us so much proud, who has commanded so much respect from the international community. So that's why I grade him higher.
So nice of you. Just you, sir, participated in the GGN Talk program of Global Governance TV, and just you stated and narrated about your development and your work just for the Sikkimese people and Sikkim government, and your theme of the life just to serve to the people who are just standing the last row of society. That was in other form called Antyodaya. So best wishes to you
Thank you.
just to serve the state and serve country, and we'll meet again. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. And again, we'll meet you, Dr. Kumar Sharma. He's now we're just talking with Dr. Kumar Sharma, the Cabinet Minister and Vice President of Sikkim Krantikari Morcha from the state of Sikkim. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.